said, I don't want to get too lengthy, but then it says in the 45th verse, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who when he hath found it, one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. I can't stress enough how much I have to lay down everything. I'm the son of a pastor since I was probably 2 years old. I've been in this way for, well, I'm 47 now. I've been a Christian that long. That's almost not fair to say, because when I was young, I did young things that young people do. I didn't turn away from God, but I didn't do my best to serve God either. But I can remember when I gave my life to God, right up here, my pastor led me in basically a sinner's prayer. One of the first times I'd ever heard him do it like that. And when I said yes that time, you know, there are people out there that are absolutely running and they haven't said yes yet. And they can't understand why their life is so miserable. It is absolutely miserable. Every time, every hand they turn, nothing good comes out of it. I was telling my wife the other day, I said, you know, don't these people see that when you talk about God's people, when you absolutely go out there to live in the world to prove to God that you don't have to do it this way, you're taking a chance on your life. Yep. And that's the reason why their life is so miserable. And it's incredible. It's incredible that people's eyes just can't, you want to shake them and go, look, just try it one time. You're so happy with your life now that you don't want to try it, you know? It's just amazing to me. But once you find the pearl of great price, once you find him and you fall in love with him, it'll change your life forever. You know, one of my big things is relationship. Relationship is everything. It's not a one-way street. It cannot be. A relationship cannot be a one-way street. It has to be a two-way street. You have to communicate with your wife or your husband, or things are going to get pretty rough around your house. Well, it's the same way with the Lord. You have to talk to him. You have to yield to him. I find myself now wanting to draw closer and closer to God. The end time's coming. I don't know what else to say. I look at people all over, some even in churches, and they're not in any distress. They're not in any scatter mode or anything like that. They think that this is just going to go on forever, but it's not. The time is very short. So then it says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered all kinds, fish of every kind, which when it was full, they drew it ashore, and sat down, and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. That word vessel just showed up again. We've heard about it for the last couple of weeks, and we heard about it last night. A vessel. And to be caught, the good is going to be put in vessels, and the bad's going to be discarded. That's pretty simple. So I don't want to be discarded. I want to be one of the good fish. I don't know. In order to do that, you have to change. At some point in time, you have to change to be a good fish. That vessel. I don't know. Maybe we could type that as a new house. Not made with hands. I don't know if that's fair to say. Would you say, Sister Marla?
I always think of vessels of gold.
Pitchers of silver.
Vessels. Remember, Paul's writing. He talks about vessels of gold and silver and wood and earth.
Mhm. Absolutely. So, to be a vessel, Brother Marlowe got up and talked about a vessel, I believe it was Wednesday night or Sunday night, about a week or so ago. And he was talking about how the vessel, the name of the vessel really doesn't matter.
Right.
It matters least and least. But the vessel matters.
Yes, it does.
The vessel matters. A clean vessel matters. I was thinking along those lines, a vessel. You know, the only thing that's really is good about a vessel is who made it. Art, vases, all of that, they stamp it. And I'm thinking, Lord, I want to have your stamp on me. When you put me on the potter's wheel, when you sand me with the sandpaper, when you put me in the kiln, and bring me back out, I hope I'm good enough, clean enough, shiny enough, whatever it takes to have you put your stamp on me so that everyone will know that I'm a child of God. That's our goal, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Let's see. Oh, the 49th verse. For so shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and serve the wicked from among the just. Excuse me? Sever. I'm sorry. My right eye is really messing with me. Shall sever the wicked from among the just. And we've heard Sister Marlowe's even talked about the chaff and the wheat growing with the chaff. And that's not always going to be. The weeds aren't always going to be there. God's going to take care of that. And you know, the thing about it is nobody gets away with anything. You know, it's been said several times this weekend that God sees everything. He doesn't miss a thing. He doesn't miss anything. Whether it's good or whether it's bad. He doesn't miss anything. And you'll answer for what you do, what you don't say when you're supposed to say it, or what you say when you shouldn't have said anything. You'll answer for it. I will answer for it. Let me go to...
Brother Dean?
Yes, ma'am?
Read that, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
In 2 Timothy 2 and 19, said, nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and earth, some to honor and some to dishonor. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. It goes with what you're saying.
Absolutely, and it's going with right where I want to go next too. Romans 8, but I want to look at Romans 6 first. I may have those out of order. What shall we say? This is Romans 6, the first verse. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? That's pretty straightforward. We have to lay this down. It's got to go. It's not going to go with you. I said in the beginning, you got to leave the junk outside. You're not going to take it with you. Then it says, know ye not that so many of us as were baptized unto Jesus Christ were baptized into his death? Therefore we are baptized with him, buried with him, buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Christ was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also shall walk in newness of life. And that's what I'm striving for. Newness of life. I have no need for this down here. I've said it before, I'm just a pilgrim and a stranger passing through. And that's the way we all should look at that. I don't plan on having millions and millions of dollars. If God blesses me in that way, he blesses me in that way. I don't expect to have I don't really expect to have anything because I know that it's not going to be long. And I know that I love the Lord so much that I want to give him my all, absolutely my all. And to where it's no longer me. I want to live after the Spirit. I want the Spirit to have life. I don't want to continue in this life. I really don't. I don't have any plans on leaving anytime soon, but I'm ready when he calls me. You know, that's a fact. I'm ready when he calls me. Amen. And I want to continue now to do whatever it is he wants me to do. I want to work in the field, so to speak. I want to be able to say an encouraging word, show my love where I'm supposed to. Brother Embry said, trim my lamp, and clean. I think Brother Terry Harrison said, clean the globe so that the light would be bright. That's what I need to do. That's what you and I need to do. We need to lead others to Christ. We need to lead people to Christ. And, you know, once we get them here, God will do the rest. You know, the old saying is we try to skin them before we can get them in the boat. And that's just not the way it is. Do you know God's already picked and chose who's going to walk through those doors? He absolutely has. We don't know who they are, so we better treat them everyone right. Every one of them. I don't know that I'm an overcomer. I like to think I'm on my way. I don't know, Brother Bush, if you're an overcomer. I don't know who's 30, 40, 60, or 30, 60, or 100-fold. I don't know who that is, but I better treat them all like they're all overcomers. Absolutely. There better not be any slideness or anything like that. I better treat you all, because, you know, God's the one that picks that, you know, and I better keep my hands off of that. You know, that's not my job. That's totally his. But I want to love his people. I want to, you know, God will let you know. He'll let you recognize his people by the way they talk, because they're going to have some truth in them, you know. But that doesn't mean that the ones coming off of the street that don't know anything, that they're not chosen either. Right. Because the ones that got the penny in the 11th hour, they're going to make up just like we did. It's going to happen quick, too. And I just told you that God can change everything overnight. People that need to know something, he can give it to them overnight. He can make things happen overnight. Just to speed up this whole process. He's God. He doesn't live by my time. He doesn't live by your time. But we need to recognize what time it is. You know? So, let's see. There was so much to this chapter, and I don't want to read the whole thing. I am having a problem with my right eye. But there is a couple of verses that I did want to highlight. And then one of them was the 16th verse. Know ye not that whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, the servant ye are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death, or to obedience to righteousness. But God be thanks that ye were servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart, that from form of doctrine which was delivered unto you. So it's who you lend yourself to. There is a choice. There's a choice that you have to make. I tell my children that, you know, before you decide to go do something, you have a split second, a moment, 10 minutes, whatever it may be, of what to do. Is this the right way to do it, or is this the wrong way to do it? Is it, do I know better to do this? And